Have you ever held a coin and wondered if it might secretly be worth a fortune? Imagine walking past a drawer full of change and unknowingly overlooking a small piece of history, a coin that could change your life. That's the extraordinary tale behind the Lincoln Australia 1981 coin, now valued at a jaw-dropping 22 million US dollars. It begins in 1981. A year that didn't seem special in the world of coins, at least not on the surface. Australia was producing millions of coins as usual, including 1 cent, 2 cent, 5 cent, and 20-cent pieces. But somewhere in the midst of routine minting, something extraordinary happened. A coin was struck that would later become one of the rarest, most mysterious, and most valuable treasures in the numismatic world. This coin, often called the Lincoln Australia 1981 mystery, is not your average pocket change. It's not just a rare mintage or a collector's dream. It's a unique crossover in coin history. Why? Because this coin appears to be an impossible blend. It bears the Lincoln design, which is unmistakably American, and yet it was reportedly minted in Australia. That alone defies logic and minting protocol. But the more one digs, the more incredible the story becomes. Let's unravel the layers. The Lincoln cent has been an iconic coin in the United States. Since 1909, it features the bust of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, and over the decades, the reverse has carried various designs, from wheat stocks to the Lincoln Memorial, and later, more modern tributes. The U.S. Mint has always been in charge of its production. Theories swirl. One of the most compelling revolves around mint collaboration and experimentation. In the early 1980s, several mints around the world were occasionally contracted for test strikes or overflow minting. It's speculated that the Royal Australian Mint may have been involved in a secretive trial run, either as part of a diplomatic token project, a minting error experiment, or possibly even as a prototype for dual nation coinage. Only one verified specimen of this mysterious 1981 Lincoln Australia coin has ever surfaced. It was discovered decades later by a private collector who initially mistook it for a worn-out American cent, but under magnification and advanced testing, it became clear the metal composition, minting pressure, and strike pattern were all inconsistent with U.S. mintage. Instead, it matched characteristics known to be used in Australia during that time. The coin was authenticated by multiple international grading agencies, and its provenance traced as far back as a mysterious batch of misplaced experimental coins believed to have been stored in a private collection since the early 80s. Once its authenticity was confirmed, its value skyrocketed, first to hundreds of thousands of dollars, then millions. Now collectors place its estimated worth at over 22 million US dollars. High demand, low supply. Only a few such error coins from 1975 have ever surfaced, creating a scarcity that drives up the value dramatically among collectors. It's worth noting that not every 1975 penny is worth this much. Most are worth only face value. But if you happen to come across one in mint state with a verified error, you could be holding a fortune in your hands. So how can you tell if your 1975 Canadian penny is one of the rare and valuable ones? Here's what to look for. 1. Doubling. Examine the date 1975, the word Canada, and the Queen's portrait. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. If you see doubling, especially sharp and distinct doubling, it could be a double die variety. 2. Mint state condition. Coins in the best condition are graded MS mint state, typically from MS60, to MS70, and MS65 or higher. Dramatically increases the coin's value. 3. Color and luster. The coin should have its original coppery red color, not dark brown or heavily tarnished. 4. Certification. If you believe you have a rare coin, send it to a professional grading service. Like PCGS or NGC, they can confirm the error, grade the coin, and issue a certificate of authenticity. 5. Weight and composition. Bay. Standard 1975. Penny should weigh about 3.24 grams and be made of 98% copper, with 0.5% tin and 1.5% zinc. Variations in metal content or weight could also signal something unusual. There are countless stories of people discovering rare coins in the most unexpected places: old piggy banks, inherited collections, even parking lot change. One Canadian collector reportedly found his rare 1975 double-die penny while sorting through a jar of old coins from his grandfather. He had nearly discarded the entire jar before deciding to give it one final inspection. That last-minute decision changed everything. After grading and verification, the coin sold at auction for over $70,000. These stories ignite the imagination. They remind us that treasure can be hiding in plain sight. The Royal Canadian Mint is known for its precision and quality. However, even the best mints can produce anomalies. In 1975, increased demand and heavy production schedules may have led to occasional oversights, double die errors, misaligned strikes, and other minor flaws occasionally slipped through, especially when die maintenance protocols were stretched thin. Over the years, collectors have cataloged multiple, minor and major, error types in the 1975 penny issue, but only a handful have reached the level of value and rarity that justifies a 5-figure or 6-figure price tag. The real question now is, could you own one of these rare 1975 Canadian pennies? The answer is yes, but it takes a sharp eye, patience, and a bit of luck. Start by checking your old coin jars, boxes of change, or family collections. Focus on pennies from 1975 and inspect them under good lighting with a magnifying lens. Factors influence a coin's value. Rarity: the fewer coins available with a particular feature or error, the higher the value. Condition: coins in mint or uncirculated condition are more valuable than those showing wear. Demand: the level of interest among collectors can drive up a coin's price. Historical significance: coins from notable years or with unique backstories often carry a premium. Show a close-up of a coin grading scale from poor to mint condition. Grading plays a crucial role in determining a coin's value. Professional grading services assess a coin's condition and assign a grade, which can significantly impact its market price. Cut to an expert appraiser evaluating a coin. If you believe you possess a rare 1974 Australian coin, it's advisable to consult with a reputable coin dealer or numismatic expert. They can provide an accurate assessment and guide you on potential value and selling avenues. Display contact information for reputable numismatic associations and appraisal services. Remember, the world of coin collecting is as much about history and art as it is about value. Each coin tells a story, reflecting the era in which it was minted and the journey it has undergone. Closing shot: the 1974 Australian 50-cent coin placed on a map of Australia, slowly zooming out. Coins have always been more than just a means of trade. They carry history, art, and sometimes unexpected fortune. Today, we are diving into the fascinating world of Australian numismatics, focusing on a 1974 coin that has stunned collectors with its value reaching an astonishing $12,000 in auctions. 2. The 1974 Australian 50-cent coin might seem like an ordinary piece of currency, but certain rare variations and minting errors have made it one of the most desirable pieces in the world of numismatics. What makes this coin so valuable? Let's explore the secrets behind its worth. 3. The Royal Australian Mint, established in 1965, was responsible for producing the nation's decimal currency. By 1974, the mint had perfected its techniques, but even the most advanced mints occasionally make errors. These errors can turn a regular coin into a collector's dream. 4. One of the primary reasons the 1974 Australian 50-cent coin is valuable is due to misstrikes. Some coins were accidentally struck on plankets intended for other denominations or compositions, making them unique. These errors are rare, and rarity drives value in numismatics. 5. Another factor that makes this coin special is its condition. Coins that have remained in pristine, uncirculated condition are much rarer than those that have been in circulation. Collectors and investors are willing to pay premium prices for coins graded at the highest levels by professional grading services. 6. Speaking of grading, the coin's value is highly dependent on its grade. Coins are evaluated based on a scale from Poor 2 Mint State 70M S70, a 19745 OC/NT. Coin in uncirculated or near perfect condition can fetch thousands of dollars, especially if it also possesses a rare error. 7. Some 1974 coins have been found with double strikes, off-center strikes, or even incorrect metal compositions. These minting errors increase the coin's desirability, making them extremely valuable to collectors who specialize in rare and unusual pieces. 8. But how does a coin go from being worth 50 cents to a staggering $12,000? It all comes down to demand. When collectors identify a unique coin, competition drives up its price. Auctions, private sales, and numismatic expos become battlegrounds for acquiring these rare finds. 9. The story of the 1974 Australian 50-cent coin isn't just about errors and rarity. It's also about the passion of coin collectors. Numismatics is a field where history meets artistry, and every rare coin holds a fascinating backstory. 10. The obverse of the 1974 50-cent coin features Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. This effigy was used on Australian coins from 1966 to 1984, making it a recognizable symbol of the era. However, it's not the portrait but the unique characteristics of some of these coins that make them so valuable. 11. The reverse of the coin features the Australian coat of arms, which includes a kangaroo and an emu. The reverse of the coin features the Australian coat of arms, which includes a kangaroo and an emu, designed by Stuart Devlin. This intricate artwork is a signature element of Australian currency. Despite being a common design, certain minting errors or misprints make specific 1974 issues highly valuable. 12. One of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting is the possibility of discovering a rare piece in everyday transactions. Many valuable coins have been found by chance in pocket change, proving that treasure hunting is not just for the movies. 13. If you suspect you have a valuable 1974 Australian 50-cent coin, the first step is to examine it closely. Look for unusual features, such as a thicker pocket change could turn into a fortune. Happy collecting! 1. Imagine finding a simple Australian coin in your pocket, only to discover it's worth a staggering $12,000. That's the reality for some lucky collectors who have come across rare variations of the 1974 Australian 50-cent coin. But what makes this particular coin so valuable? Let's dive into the fascinating world of numismatics to uncover the mystery. 2. The Royal Australian Mint produced millions of 50-cent coins in 1974, making them relatively common. However, certain rare variations and minting errors have turned some of these coins into collectors' treasures. In the world of coin collecting, rarity and uniqueness are everything. 3. One of the most valuable versions of the 1974 Australian 50-cent coin is one struck on the wrong metal planchet. This means that instead of being minted on the standard copper-nickel alloy, some coins were accidentally struck on a silver or different metal composition, making them extremely rare. 4. Another key factor that increases the coin's value is its condition. Coins that